We do have a very nice week ahead for now. Beautiful sunny skies all the way through Friday. Temperatures above average in the 70s. On Thursday, that is the Braves season opener. And you can watch the Braves for free on Gray on Peachtree Sports Network and Peachtree TV. The game is at 4:10 Eastern time. Weather looks great in San Diego for that game. It will be partly cloudy in the low 60s. Here at home, if you're going to the big block party in Somerville, in Atlanta, it'll be mostly sunny and 72 degrees. So whether you're in California or here in Atlanta, weather looks great on Thursday. Not so much Sunday. Sunday's a first alert weather day. We will see rain and storms throughout the day. Some of the storms could be strong to severe. Some of the models have the bigger impacts on Sunday. Some of the models have the bigger impacts on Monday. Until we can get a better idea on the timing, both days are first alert weather days. Right now, Northwest Georgia already under a 15% risk of severe weather on Sunday. And that severe weather risk will continue possibly into Monday with additional rain and storms. Some could be strong to severe. Again, that timing still uncertain, but certainly something the entire First Alert weather team will be watching closely and sending alerts via the free First Alert weather app.
As Jen